What up, YouTube? It's your boy Carter CV. I'm here to drop y'all a 3-series right here. 3 episodes, three different stories, 3 different totally people. Yo, am I bugging? Sidetrack, am I bugging? Or is the weather tight, warm as fuck for this winter? Like, this shit warm as hell. Like, for real, like, Mother Nature must have gotten some real good. We ain't seen much of a drop of snow. It ain't really been cold. It's just warm. Like, I be feeling like I'm overdressing now. So fucking spring. Anyway, into the story. These stories gonna be based around 3 people and the shit they go to. And what happens now is each of them get revenge in their own little way. Each of them get revenge in their own little way. We're gonna start with the first boy, Tommy Matthews. Crazy, right? Tommy Matthews was a fat kid. He been fat, he loved to eat. He loved snacks, he loved to chill. He loved to have friends. He was active in sports, he played football as a young boy. But he got picked on because of his weight. He got picked on because he was slow. But being that he was slow, he was also strong. He was one of those strongs, if he grabbed you enough, it was over for you. He was strong enough, he could move a fucking tree log by his damn self, right? So boom, we kick his story off straight into middle school, 8th grade year. His trouble started 8th grade. He came across the bullies in the school. They was also on a football team. They bullied him. His first day of school, he thought he was gonna be making friends. He tried out for the football team the first day, right? Tommy went try out for football, and he wanted to either play defense or offense. Either way, it didn't work for him. And he showed off in the tryouts. He showed off. The coaches liked him. They kept looking at him. Only thing, the problem they had was his speed. They felt like he couldn't keep up with the line. But he can break through the line. He could get the running back. He could sack the QB. He was just slow. And the coach was like, we want to pick you on the team, and we want to work on your speed. So doing this whole training, we're going to get you So Tommy was like, all right, cool, great. He made the team. In him process of making the team, he also made enemies, the bullies. Now, the bullies was a QB, a running back, receiver, and a middle linebacker. And he was outshining all of them. This is just tryouts. He was outshining them, and they was feeling some type of way. And they've been with the school team since 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? They got this new kid coming in. He outshining everybody, fat little dope boy. He outshining every fucking body. So they started to pick on him from then on. First day after tryout, they was, cheering him up. Oh, you did good. One of them took like a sandwich with chili and cheese on it and put it down his drawers. And then they all gave him a wedgie at the same time. And he was like, come on, y'all OD and da-da-da-da. That's when the picking started happening. Next day at school, seen him at lunchtime. He's sitting by himself. He about to get up and go get lunch. Because he just sat down, put his stuff down. He come back, his stuff all tampered with and destroyed. They come by, slap his tray up in his face, like just violating him. You know what I'm saying? This been going on for his whole 8th grade year. Playing in football kept his mind off it. And what happened now is Tommy's building up anger now. He's building up all this anger because he wanted to destroy them. So he was trying to think of ways of getting revenge. Or he was trying to think of ways of them to stop bullying him. He didn't want to tell his parents because his parents was very well protective. He's the only kid. He told the coach was just like, you got to man up, toughen up, fight back, whatever. Just don't let it interfere with football. And which he let it interfere with football. During one game, the QB was talking crazy. Tommy wasn't having it. He was fed up. He let one of the dudes tackle him, make the QB fumble, and they scored a touchdown and won the game. And he looked at him as the QB's on the floor. I think he got his wrist sprained from that hit, right? He looked at him, and the other guy looked at him like, did he just do that automatically? Like, he let that happen? He looked at him on the floor, and the QB went to go reach out for him, and he walked away from him, right? So the coach was like, Tommy, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I'm benching you. So Tommy got benched. After getting benched, the QB was out for like 3 games with a sprained wrist. And he was out one of the games. A coach from a college was coming to look at him. And shit, that fucked with him. So 8th grade, they still fuck with him. Season's over. Regular school happening. Summertime, they picking on him. It's a girl in the school he like. They embarrass him in front of her. Right? Embarrassing him. Boom. So after that happened, he was picked on. Then he went to 9th grade. Went to the 9th grade school, the high school he went to. He thought he was in the clear with the bullies. He thought he left that alone, went on to 9th grade. 9th grade, he toned up a little bit. He got fast on his feet, body turned up. He was a little muscular now. His weight turned into muscle. So some of the dudes was looking at him like, yeah, I ain't fucking with him. I ain't fucking with him. But the bullies, them 4 bullies was still around. Oh, Tommy, you back to play football? I see you turned up. And he was looking at them like, yeah, I'm back. What's going on, fellas? And some of them was a little intimidated by him, like, hey, but they still knew he was soft. They knew he wouldn't fight back. You see what I'm saying? So 9th grade year, they bullied him. Sophomore year, they bullied him. Junior year, they bullied him. Senior year is where he had it up to here with the motherfuckers. Senior year was the year that they was getting looked at for college. You know what I mean? Tommy had a good, strong year doing his football shit. Because for the football season in high school, they didn't fuck with him. It's only after the season they was fucking with the boy. So he noticed that. He was like, all right, they don't fuck with me during football season. They fuck with me after football season's over. Because what else shit they got to do? So Tommy started doing wrestling during his senior year just to stay away from them. And it worked for like the season until around spring. You know, the summertime started to come in and school started to come to an end. And they went too far with the bullying. And he had got his first new car. Fresh new car, dad bought him. And what they did was vandalize the fucking car. Pop tires in it, put sugar in the gas tank, and sprayed Fat Boy all over the shit. Fucked his car up, made him a laughingstock of the school. Boy was infurious, and he knew who did it. That was one time. He let it go, he had the money, he got his car fixed. The second time, he was on a date. He was on a date with this lovely girl. She was feeling him, and they pretty much embarrassed him and shit, and whatever. And he was on his date with this girl, and they was talking, throwing food at him, throwing sodas at him, and she was there, and she was like, you're not gonna do nothing? You're not gonna do nothing? He like, nah, so if I do something, I might kill somebody. So what happens now is the QB who been fucking with him all this time was like, what you say? I ain't hear you. So he had a bucket of ice cream and he slapped the girl in the face with it. That's when he went too far and they was about to get him, and they beat Tommy up, dragged him up and beat him up, smacked his girl up. That was the second time. The third time was with the mother now. This is where they get disrespectful. They seen his mother carrying groceries in the crib, decided to fake help her and drop all her groceries on the floor, then push her on the ground. The mother, the neighbors saw this and decided to, the neighbors like, I'm calling the cops, and they ran. That was the last straw. When Tommy got home, he found out, the dad found out, the mother was like bruised a little bit. They saw the cops at the crib, like, what was going on? And they was like, your mother was assaulted by teenagers. That was it for Tommy. Tommy was going to go to war, and he knew what he had to do. So what Tommy decided to do was get one of them one by motherfucking one. He started with the middle linebacker kid, right? He started with him, started getting revenge on him. He put fart spray on his clothes, pissed in his sneakers, and then when he shit it, he put it all over his locker. In the hallway locker too, so everybody could see and smell it, so he was tight. The kid was like, what the fuck, who did this? The dude had to walk around with lost and found clothes, right? He got him, and when he came to Tommy, I was taking out of anger, Tommy squared up and straight two-piece him, bing, bing, and knocked him out cold and left his body slump. You know when you get hit and your body slump, left him like that. The next kid was the running back. He was easy because he was a little bit of a punk. And he was also on a DL. The running back was on the DL. So what he did was, his revenge was, he got the kid being low with one of the dudes, one of the cheerleader dudes, took pictures and a recording of them kissing and hugging up and posted all over the school, and everybody knew about it. Tommy was moving, you know what I'm saying? Tommy was getting these motherfuckers. Then it was a wide receiver. The wide receiver, he straight beat him up. And the final kid was the QB. The QB had left the school. He had left the school right around then. And the guys was calling him, telling him like, yo, a lot of weird shit been happening since you've been gone. And he moved to another state so he can get better looked at for schools. Tell me how 2 years later, Tommy runs into him at a college game. They both playing on opposite teams. Tommy's playing defense now, right? He playing defense and he recognized who he is. And the kid thought Tommy was still a punk. He thought Tommy was still a punk and shit. And then Tommy, like when he realized who he was, the whole second half of the game, Tommy ain't do nothing but crush they fucking QB. He sacked him over 15 times. He forced him to fumble 10 times. He made him throw 3 interceptions. He tore that man apart on that fucking football field. He crushed him. He crushed him to the point where by the fourth quarter, boy was like, take me out. He was down there a pretzel. He got hit so hard, so bad. Tommy ain't give a fuck. And as they was carrying him off, he was like, oh, you getting off already? You getting off already, limp dick? Don't ever fuck with me again. Next time you come for my mother, nigga, I'll kill you. And then that's when the QB realized who he was. And was like, oh shit, that's Tommy. Who's that? And it was just like, nobody. Boy got his revenge. That's the story of Tommy Matthews, man.